So here's just a little video of the answers of the first three. And then I would want to do this question with our calculator. So if you have your calculator, I'd like you to take it out. And we're going to look at how we can use our calculators to solve this. Okay? So we've got a function secant x minus sine x. So the first thing we're going to do on our graphing calculators is type that in. Of course, on our calculators, we don't have secant x, so we have to use 1 over cos x. 1 over cos x minus sine x. Everything that we're going to be doing in calculus requires us to be in radians. So we want to make sure all of our derivatives that we're going to learn shortcuts for derivatives for sine and cos and tan and secant and cosecant. They only work if you are thinking in radians. So that's our first thing. Not that it makes a huge difference in some questions, but it does in certain situations. So I've got that equation into my graph. Next, it asks, what is the average rate of change? Average rate of change is the slope of your secant. And slope is rise over run. Rise are your y values. So we want to figure out, if this is f of x, we want to do f of 2 minus f of 1. That would be your rise. Change in y values. One y value minus the other y value. Over your run, which is your change in x values, which is 2 minus 1. What's really nice about our calculator is we can figure this out on our calculator. So we want to do f of 2 minus f of 1, all divided by 2 minus 1. And we've typed that equation into y1. So on our calculator, I'm going to use my fraction. Oh, here, I'll go out of here. So I'm going to use my fraction button here. And the alpha button to F1, F2, F3, F4 get you things as a shortcut. So I want to take y1, and I'm going to plug in 1 into it. Oh, sorry, plug in 2 to begin with. And then I'm going to subtract y1 when I plug in 1 over 2 minus 1. Which the bottom, you probably didn't need to do that. You could probably gotten away with knowing that that was 1 and not divide by anything. But it just shows that you could type this into your calculator and push enter and get negative 4.322 right from our calculator. That doesn't mean you didn't, it's not much work to actually do 1 over cos of 1 minus 1 over cos of 1 and 1 over cos of 2 minus cos of 2. That's not hard. But this is just nice that you could do it all at once. What is the value of f prime at negative 1? Do we know any shortcuts yet for secant and sine? No. But if it was a calculator question, your calculator can find the derivative at specific points easily. How do we do that? Again, I've got my equation into my calculator. If you hit the math button, we've got a derivative button right here. And if I push on that derivative button, it says, what variable are you using? We're using x. What equation? Well, instead of retyping in the equation, we've got the equation stored as y1. I can put y1 into that. When do I want to find it? I want to find it at negative 1, so I can type in negative 1 there. And your calculator is like, oh, You want to find the derivative at that point. Negative 3.423. That is the slope of the tangent line to that curve. Just kind of curious, what does that curve look like? Oh. What does that curve look like? Oh, it's kind of like a regular secant or cosecant curve with a little bit of messed up stuff going on. Yeah.
What's the order you do it on the older calculator?
On the older one, you have to do x, comma, equation, comma, number, I think. We have to work last time.
Or do I have to manually?
No, it should work. Maybe it's x, comma, number, comma, equation. Try that. Wait, do you have the older version? Yeah, you're gonna have to look, when you use it, there's a code that has to go in there, you have to memorize. So you wanna use, you'll have to look up the instructions.
Oh, I see.
What, okay.
It's equation variable number.
I got the same one, he figured it out, good. Jonathan, you could go see what Josh did.
Equation variable.
You can.
End with y. Math, 8.